Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. Let's take a look at the chart. Start with the big picture. Now, the big picture, a buy signal elicited a couple of months ago above that 365.65 channel structure did indicate and that's actually still in reach, the 527.87 5-year channel top, as we've been seeing a 5 to 8 month target. I say it is still in reach, not so much above 365.65, but rather on the daily chart, we've got a channel bottom at 387.83. If you notice over here on the far right, the support resistance, 365.65 has been reduced to a session containment that is contain daily selling pressures only. We have a down pivot at 387.83. If we were to close below 387.83, I would expect bearish continuation over the next, with present volatility, this is probably 3 to 5 weeks by the end of the year, 307.61, where we could bottom out into possibly through the first quarter of 26. It is a bit stair step. I will say that if we were to close below 307.61 in the coming months, then it's the low 200 region as the next objective. And we will map that out for you visually in the days and weeks ahead, especially if we were to close today below 387.83. But 387.83 is our trend support. It is our support, able to contain selling through the rest of the year, and above which, anticipating not only 461.68 over the next 2 to 3 weeks, but yes, the 527.87 level over the next 2 to 3 months, holding above the 387.83 mark. And it's about as simple as that. So 387.83 is the channel bottom. The channel top is climbing, and it's at 501.69 right now. And over the next 3 or 4 weeks, it converges anyway with 527.87. So really what I'm saying here is holding above, and this is not properly marked, but this channel bottom at 387.83 can contain selling through the rest of the year. And from here, we can recover out of here nicely. And yes, over the next 2 to 3, 3 to 5 months, 527.87 in reach. So I bring that to you if you are a near-term investor. I do think if we close below 387.83, that is good reason to exit a long position or an investment in Tesla that you might have that encompasses, over the next few months, over the next half year. I just said yes, 307.61 in reach within 3 to 5 weeks, where we could bottom out on a quarterly basis. But, I think after all this, just look at the wild swings.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
Closing below this rising channel bottom, I think carries with it the possibility of the low 200s. There's a channel support down here. I'll map out here soon, and I'll show you exactly what we're talking about. But I don't want to say that closing below 387.83, I'm expecting the low 200 region. But if you're a longer-term investor, that is to say over the next 3 to 5 months, which isn't long-term, it's more near-term investing, and we close below 387.83, you might just want to exit Tesla and watch from the sidelines for a while and just see, how does the market behave at 307.61? Maybe you scale in back in just a bit to your Tesla, your initial investment. And then if we close below that, then you're back out again because the low 200s likely. So that is kind of a broad brushstroke. Let's get to the upside. The 387.83 is bottom picking, not only for the day, not only for the week, through the rest of the year, and well into the first quarter, as I say, above which the 527 area in reach over the next 2 to 3, 3 to 5 months. upside 415.52, this former channel bottom. We did spike through it on Monday, did not close above it. If we do close today above 415.52, that is actually a good buy signal on strength. In other words, if you didn't bottom pick 387.83, your next opportunity to go long in terms of follow-through buying that could play out through the rest of the week would be a settlement today above 415.52, in which case this 461.68 2 to 3 week target above 387.83 is likely to be narrowed to by the end of next week. 461.68 can contain buying on a weekly, potentially monthly basis, and we could fall away back to 387.83 from here within 2 or 3 weeks. We could fill this wedge out for the next month and a half potentially before the market tips its hand in its respective direction. At this point in time, odds would favor it tipping its hand to the upside. That is to say, well, we could fill this wedge out for a number of weeks. Ultimately, I would expect a settlement above 461.68 rather than below 387.83, just because 387.83 is a 7-8 month rising channel bottom, longer term in scope, has more weight, has more strength in the market in terms of the overall directional impulse that is pushing this market one way or another. If we close above 461.68, that is your next. This could be within 3 to 5 weeks of closing above 461.68, where we actually could then see this 527.87 area. So what is really kind of a 2 to 3, 3 to 5 month objective, if over the next few weeks, for instance, we happen to close above 461.68, we could 3 to 5 weeks later, or in other words, potentially by the end of January, reach 527.87. I think I covered the upside pretty well. Let's talk downside, that in the event we do, and I just want to find the right chart. I just don't know. I don't think let's see here. This is pretty good here. This channel bottom at 387.83. I don't see us breaking it today and falling to 365.65. But what is possible is a settlement today below 387.83. I don't expect it. I think it's unlikely. I think the likelier outcome is a settlement over the coming days above 415.52 after having tested this long-term support. But if we do close below 387.83, we're a day away from reaching, a day or two away from reaching 365.65, and 3 to 5 weeks away from reaching 307.61. Closing below 387.83, you might reach for 310 strike out of the money puts that don't expire for at least a couple of months on this 3 to 5 week sell-off. Until then, as we ease back to 387.83, potentially, you might reach for, 455, 460 strike out of the money calls. I'm talking to 2 to 3 week swing traders now that don't expire for, I'd go a couple of months out on that 2 to 3 week trade. And, once again, as we're testing 387.83, you also might reach for 525 strike out of the money calls that don't expire for, I'd go at least 6 months out on this 2 to 3, 3 to 5 month play. You might even go a year out on the expiration. Those are the options plays that are possible with the technical structures that I'm sort of presenting you. I think that pretty much covers it. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. I will be back tomorrow, of course, with Wednesday's Tesla report. You have a great day.